Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Aaron Boxt from Temple Kalemeth in Marietta, Georgia. This week's Torah portion is Parashat Pinchas, Numbers 25, verse 10 through Numbers 30, verse 1. In this week's Torah portion, Aaron's grandson Pinchas is rewarded for his act of bravery, and he's granted a covenant of peace and the priesthood. A census of the people counts over 600,000 men between the ages of 20 and 60. Moses is instructed on how the land is to be divided by lottery. Probably the most significant or most well-studied or most known story in this particular week's Torah portion is the 5 daughters of Zelophehad who petitioned Moses to be granted an inheritance of their father since he died with no sons. Moses empowers Joshua to become the next leader of the people. And there are a variety of different daily offerings which are detailed at the end of this parsha. I'd like to focus, however, on the story of the daughters of Zelophehad. This week, we are celebrating the bat mitzvah of one of the most important members of our congregation, one of our founders, Jane Aronoff. She is a very strong woman who has dedicated her life to the success of this congregation in so many ways. And in a lot of ways, she is very much like the daughters of Zelophehad in this story. She is one who stands up for the rights of herself as well as other women in our congregation, and really, she stands up for the little guy. The daughters of Zelophehad realized that although their father had died with no sons, there would be no inheritance unless they petitioned to get the inheritance. And they petitioned to Moses, and God agreed. And this is the first time in the entire Torah in which women are granted ownership of land. Jane Aronoff is celebrating her bat mitzvah ceremony with us by getting up in front of the congregation and chanting from the Torah, reciting some of our prayers, and continuing to dedicate herself to the success not only of Temple Kalemeth, but of the Jewish community in Atlanta and in the greater United States community and in the world as well. May we all find the hidden spark within ourselves, like the daughters of Zelophehad, like Jane Aronoff, like the leadership that was passed on to Joshua from Moses, to make a difference in our world, in our communities. And I hope to welcome you in our congregation at your earliest ability, at your earliest convenience. Oh, and next week, July 4th, celebration at Red Top Mountain. I look forward to seeing you there. Shabbat Shalom.